My name is Michael Andrew, and this is the story of how I lost my beautiful wife Sophia Andrew to the cruelty of humans. I always believed that love could survive anything until life happened to me. I met Sophia in the university. She was this fierce, determined, intelligent and focused woman, always challenging professors, questioning the rules, but never unkind. We fell in love slowly, deeply. Married 5 years later. I used to tell her, "You're my peace in this noisy world." We weren't rich. But we were happy. We had dreams of starting a small business together. We were saving. We were planning. Until that night, the night everything changed. It was a Friday evening. We had just returned from visiting her parents. We were tired, but content. She had fallen asleep on the couch, and I was doing the dishes in the kitchen. Around 11:47 p.m., I heard a crash. Then, a voice, loud, angry, male. Before I could process what was happening, the kitchen door flew open. A man with a black mask, holding a rifle, was pointing it at me. My heart stopped. 2 others came behind him, shouting orders. I dropped to the floor immediately. I was paralyzed. They dragged me into the living room where Sophia was now fully awake and terrified. One of them shoved me to the ground, tied my hands with wire. The other pointed a gun at Sophia and demanded money. Phones. Jewelry. We gave them everything. But then, it wasn't enough. One of the men looked at her and said, "She's pretty. I want to have her for my pleasure." I screamed, begged, cried. They hit me hard on the head. My nose bled. I tried to get up, but they kicked me back down on the floor. They took Sophia into the bedroom. I could still hear her. I can't describe those sounds. I wish I could forget them, but I can't. They didn't just defile her body, they broke her soul. It lasted 20 minutes. But it destroyed everything we had built in 10 years. The police came. They asked questions, took statements, examined the scene. They treated us like victims, yet somehow, she felt like a suspect. The way they looked at her. The way they asked, "What were you wearing?" and "Did you know them?" They blamed her for everything that had happened, and after much deliberations they asked me to take her to the hospital for treatments, and they left without saying anything further about investigating the robbery and rape incident. We tried therapy. I tried holding her every night. I told her again and again, "You're not broken. I love you. I'm still here." But she pulled away. She couldn't stand to be touched, not even a hug. She didn't sleep. She didn't eat. She flinched when doors closed. She cried in the shower. She washed herself over and over, like she was trying to scrub her soul clean. I thought love would be enough to save her. But I was wrong. One day, she looked me in the eye and said, "Michael, when you look at me, do you still see your wife, or do you see what they did to me?" I wanted to lie. I wanted to say I saw her, just her. But the truth is, both images lived in my mind. I hated it. I hated myself for it. That night, she slept on the couch. She said she didn't want to contaminate the bed. A week later, I came home from work early. The house was quiet. Too quiet. I called out to her. No answer. I found her in the bathtub. Water red. Empty pill bottle on the floor. A letter on the counter. "Michael, I love you, but I can't live in a body that reminds me of pain. I know you tried. Please forgive me for leaving you with the pieces. I sank to the floor. My scream, raw and wordless, echoed through the house, but it was too late. She had taken her own life. It's been 2 years. I still sleep on the couch, where she spent her last night. I still hear her laugh sometimes. In dreams. In echoes. People tell me to move on. That I'm still young. That I deserve happiness. But how do you move on from someone who took part of your soul with them? I share this not for sympathy, but because I want you to understand what shame and silence can do to a person. Sophia was the strongest woman I knew, but she couldn't survive what society made her carry. She wasn't weak. She wasn't broken. She was failed, by the world, by justice, by all the systems meant to protect her. If someone you love has survived assault, believe them. Protect them. Remind them they are still whole. Be their peace and help them pull through the phase without feeling guilty and ashamed. Because if we don't say it enough, they might never believe it.